Hello, Noora.
Hello.
So, first question goes that when is the first time that you recall hearing metal music?
My first time I recall hearing metal music might have been when I was still in my mother's tummy. Okay, I don't remember that, but where I get my, kind of first influences in rock music or heavy metal music comes from my father, because he's always been like a Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Queen fan, but first time I actually kind of got blown away was when I was about 15 years old, and I heard my brother singing Iron Maiden, The Trooper, because he was trying to get in a band as a singer in a metal band, and I heard him sing The Trooper, and I was like really blown away, like, what is this song? And then I got to know Iron Maiden, and there it started to, my path in the heavy metal path.
So, how did you become a singer? What kind of story you have behind that? And how did you ended up being a metal singer as well?
I tried to put this in a nutshell because it's a long story, but since I was 4 years old, I knew that I wanted to be a performer and sing, and I've been singing basically my whole life, and I started with singing all these Disney musical songs, and then I found of course I have found rock music like by my father, like what he's been listening and what my mother has been listening. So I've been listening a lot of different genres, like rock and soul and blues and jazz, pop music as well. But what actually made me kind of pursue to become like a truly a singer was when I was on 5th grade, and I heard Whitney Houston sing "I Will Always Love You," and that was some like a eureka moment for me, because I recall the feeling when I heard it the first time, and I was blown away, and I was like, okay, I want to be a singer like this. I want to make a sound like this huge as Whitney does, and I started to practice a lot every day. But how I end up after that, I have done so many different genres and tried everything, and then in 2012 I was in a point in my life that I had already tried every kind of genres except heavy metal. And the latest before heavy metal was like rock, classic rock, Janis Joplin, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin kind of music. And then I got the call from Battle Beast, and they asked me to join, and I was like, well, I like heavy metal music. I have never sang heavy metal music, but I would really like to try it. So I just made a leap of faith, and I wanted a new challenge in my life as a vocalist. So that's how I ended up becoming a heavy metal singer as well.
So were there like some certain songs that you covered when you sort of tried to become a heavy metal singer? And were there like some certain singers that you looked up to?
Well, definitely, like I mentioned before, I became a Bruce Dickinson fan since I was 15 years old, and also I've been listening to heavy metal music since I was 15, so it was like Ronnie James Dio and Rob Halford, Bruce Dickinson, all the best, so to say. I've been listening and kind of I felt in the moment that I started to sing in Battle Beast, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna put all the, you know, influences from those great idols of mine and kind of try to figure out and like what kind of heavy metal singer I could be using those influences. And yeah, I think now that I have been in Battle Beast for 10 years now, I feel like now I have formed my own style to sing heavy metal, and it's kind of mix of everything, every kind of influences that I've had.
Okay, so it took you like quite a long time to figure out the kind of style that you want to be.
Yeah, I feel like I can honestly say now that I'm totally comfortable with my expression as a heavy metal. Before I have been trying out different kind of ways, but now I'm comfortable with myself more than before.
So when you went on the first European tour with Battle Beast, what kind of experience it was for you, like singing wise? Was it tough to have that long like stamina to play many shows in a row, or what kind of experience it was for you?
Well, I have always been a very loud singer, so that was comfortable area for me, but everything else was like out of comfort zone. Like I was truly like jumping in the deep end of the pool. Like I just went with intuition and just wanted to do my best. But what I knew there, I felt it very clearly that I was in the right place when I was there, and I felt like I had found my, you know, where I am supposed to be, and that was in front of heavy metal heads and do things big and sing big and bring out big emotions.
So did you learn anything about yourself on the European tour, on the first one? Like to have enough sleep and sort of warm up the voice, or?
No, well I learned a lot, but I definitely did. I wanted to do almost everything that a rock star wants to do when they are on their first tour. So I was drinking a lot, I have to admit that. But yeah, that was maybe not the only tour, but maybe the most hardcore tour, because I really wanted to, you know, kind of take everything out of the tour, and I felt like, but I really learned that okay, if I want to continue my career as the singer, I can't be drinking on tour. I have to sleep every night, good night's sleep. I have to take care of myself, and that was a really like a changing point in my life, because on that tour I realized how much I wanted to become like an international singer and an artist, and it was really a great moment for me, because I realized that okay, if I want to be successful, I need to get my things together, I need to take care of myself, and yeah, and I've been working that since that first tour, I think.
Okay, so that was the changing point when you also started to warm up the voice before the show, or?
Yeah, well, I have done warming up before, yes, but after that, or during that first tour, I think I realized more how much it takes to be a professional singer, and kind of how to keep up the stamina, or kind of like get, you know, keep yourself in a good health. So it was like, it was truly like I changed my habits after that, like a lot, like everything, like eating, sports, sleeping. I even left my boyfriend back then, so it was like I had to change everything to be, you know, healthy and feel better.
So you have recorded quite a lot of albums with Battle Beast and also one solo album. And so which albums have been like the most sort of important for you personally, vocal-wise? Are there like some albums that you feel that you have sort of stepped up a lot as a vocalist?
Well, for me, that's a difficult question, because on each album I feel like I have developed myself and kind of brought something new again to our listeners. But for me, maybe the Noora Louhimo Experience solo album was the most important, because that was my first solo album and I actually could bring my thoughts in the album out to the listeners. And in Battle Beast, I'm like a storyteller. I tell what our songwriters like Eero, Janne and Joona have in their heads, and I really love that part I have in Battle Beast. But I really needed to have as well my own kind of way to show people what I think in my head and what is the kind of landscape of my soul. And that really helped me to develop as a singer and as a performer. And I felt after doing that I'm a better artist, better vocalist, and I had more to give to Battle Beast as well. So that was really important, yes.
So did that also give you a lot of confidence to future, to try out different things like in the studio?
Yes, definitely. I felt like I felt like I was better with my instrument, and I had developed with my instrument, and like I said, I felt more free, and through that I felt more comfortable, and I feel like when I started to record the Circus of Doom album after that with Battle Beast, I felt so much more comfortable, and I kind of knew better what I'm gonna do on this album.
Have you ever taken any vocal lessons during your career?
Yes, I have. Since I was 15 years old, I took some private lessons, then I went to classical vocal lessons for a year, then I had a few years break, and then I went to pop jazz line for 5 years, and well, that was actually it. Then I have been teaching rock and heavy metal singing myself to others, and also I have been teaching how to perform, and yeah. But I've been actually thinking about starting vocal lessons again, you know, for myself, because I really want to kind of go back to the roots in that as well.
And you will continue also teaching when you are off on the road?
Yes, definitely. And I really love to teach, and I think it's always so great to, you know, be part of someone's path, you know, to see when they success and when they get to their goal. So I just love to help people to get to their goal.
So when you perform, are there like some kind of like foods or drinks that you wouldn't want to have before the show, that you feel that it affects your vocal cords somehow?
Yes, well, for me, I prefer something non-fat, good protein, maybe some salad or something like that. I don't eat meat nowadays. I only eat fish and you know, seafood and salad and vegetables. And I've noticed that is the best diet for me. But yeah, I think drinks with some bubbles, it's not good because it makes you barf during singing. But I think, keep it simple. Eat healthy, drink water a lot, and good. What are these like avocado and stuff like that, nuts and yeah. But yeah, of course I need to. You can't eat too much before the show. It's like for me, it's like I have to eat the warm dinner 4 hours before the show. So,
what were your parents' reactions when they heard that you joined a heavy metal band? Have they always been like supportive towards you, or?
Well, they have been supportive, but my mother was first, because she had never, kind of knew about any heavy metal stuff, so she was like, "What are you doing?" or like what is this? And I had to explain her that heavy metals actually most of the songs are love songs and not worshiping Satan or something. But yeah, they have been super supportive towards me.
Last question: any advice that you would like to give to a young metal vocalist? Anything that comes into your mind?
Well, I have many things to say, but one thing I really want to say is that if you have a dream, make it as your goal and think about the steps between from here to that goal and how you're gonna get there.